Okay, it's um, just past 6 p.m. on the 21st of uh, March. A few minutes ago, I recorded something about uh, Corpus Christi and Deadpool and stuff, and mentioned, that people could have uh, their 5 gallons per week to wash their Teslas because the plan soon that they think it's much worse to start closing the car washes and policing our neighborhoods for people who unlawfully water the grass or do anything and wash their cars and stuff. Yeah, uh, and I mentioned too, about all of that, but I should have pointed out that Deadpool that affects a little further west than Texas, but is about to affect Texas and straight up, up through the parched areas. Um, when there's a dead pool, that means that a hydroelectric facility is not able to recharge the batteries in a person's garage or in a person's Tesla, for hundreds of miles. I'm going to mention this again. You know, if you don't have a car that accepts swapping of a battery, that means you're going to be in dire straits. Say you park your beloved Tesla in your garage. You can't charge it. You use up the power you had hanging on the wall in there. They can make it illegal to draw that kind of power from the grid. You can't charge the car from your garage. You can't drive far enough to get out from under the gridlock. But you could, if you had a car correctly engineered, you could go somewhere and swap one battery for another. Why? Well, because a 18-wheeler could bring in a whole bunch of batteries that could fit various sizes and whatever. 3 or 4 standard sizes of batteries for cars. Come in. Thank you. Let's see, I've just handed a package from Jamaica, New York. Offhand, I don't know what it is. I'll look at that later. Uh, well, obviously, you can see it. I had mentioned in the military context swappable batteries. And let me tell you, if the military can use some pretty big batteries when they want to swap them. But for dinky cars, something civilians can appreciate if there's a flood and the grid is out, or if greed and bad planning has led rich people high and dry through no fault of their own with fancy cars without a power supply, then obviously had they not sneered at the possibility that maybe suppliers ought to be brought up short, told to do better or else. And I mean that in a market sense. The market has got to operate. And people, well, it's not working. You know why it's not operating? Never mind. I don't want to argue about it. In fact, I'm tired of opening my mouth only to have tiny little brains righteously reprimand me or try to correct me or something like that. I'm fed up. But worse than that, I'm just about worn out. But anyway, certainly, let's just put it this way: if I had something similar to a car that's not decadent, and a little money given over to being able to swap batteries, something that would take maybe 10 or 15 minutes across the country once the system is robust. Uh, that's a lot better than having all of the presumptions pile in on somebody who's wrong. Pile in on somebody who's wrong about so much. Some people are wrong about so many things that it's just amazing. And to get away from it all, I guess they can go fly an airplane off a boat, see what else they can do. But it would be, I think, a civilized thing for someone to back his car out of the driveway and go to work or go to town, and not say a word about somebody nearby who is going to have to, put a trailer hitch on his Tesla, and with the last few electrons he has, or drive somewhere and buy a trailer and put a generator in the trailer and then a charger with his Tesla along with a tank of gasoline. All because he doesn't have the ability to swap batteries. Or what will he do? Figure out how to handle the dead tool situation that is happening across America? It's almost as bad as over there in Iran, where they're bombing people for good reason, they say. It's said that they want to develop nuclear destruction tools rather than just, power, I guess, Chinese cars or what? What do you think they might buy after a while? But I don't know. Curtis LeMay used to have a saying that if he disagreed, with the ideology of Castro or Saddam or Brezhnev or something, that he would bomb them into the Stone Age. And not only that, the people of Vietnam. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen next. Almost anything, I guess. But I just thought I would tell you that, it isn't too late to go with those who are, kind of spoiled brats or kind of nasty, who don't want to do the right thing. I don't know what's going to happen. But one good thing, though, is that it seems that NATO will be broken up. And that'll, make some people worry until they find out, hey, I can make better deals than that bureaucracy. That's what that means. That's what that means. So I look forward to that. But the cost of blood and treasure has already become horrific.